I'm so glad you came to stay. Sit on down, make yourself at home. Welcome to the Kidney Cafe with Chef Benet.
Hey guys, this is Chef Benet in the Kidney Cafe. When I tell you, as usual, I'm excited just to be in your homes and wherever you're watching the Kidney Cafe. I'm excited, I'm humbled, and I'm privileged. Listen, everybody, what the Kidney Cafe is all about. It's about healthy choices, healthy alternative life changes, healthy options, but most importantly, I don't want you to get nervous when I talk about healthy, okay? I want you to think about how can I live longer. So what we do on this show is we bring you different alternatives and different ways for you to prepare your meal and your dishes where you can still get a great taste, but not have to worry about that guilty feeling afterwards. So listen, let's get started. So what we're gonna do today is we're going to do one of my favorite things. Listen, I like going into certain Chinese places, Chinese stores to get my, I used to get all kind of things. And lately I just decided that you can't go wrong with the shrimp and broccoli. So what we're going to do today, guys, is we're going to do some shrimp and broccoli for you. And we're going to prepare our shrimp now. So let me just tell you something. It is important that you think about staying away a lot of times from those fast food places. I'm going to tell you why. And it's because, one, you don't know how they prepared the food. You don't know what they put into the food. And one of the things I learned in culinary school is it's important about time and temperature. Making sure that our food stay at the right kind of temperature and making sure that if stuff is out longer or if stuff isn't out enough, that we make sure that we pay close attention to time and temperature. So when I say TT, you want to remember that, because let me just say this. I can't believe that we still live it. Think about our grandmamas cook stuff and leave it on the stove all night long. You can't do that, ladies and gentlemen. Or think about how grandma may prepare stuff and they leave the chicken out. It's a barbecue, it's a cookout, and you have stuff sitting outside. If it's not on the heat or under ice, you have to be careful with what? Time and temperature. All right, so we have some of our vegan butter in here. And what we're gonna do is, it's time for us to make our shrimp. And let me tell you something about shrimp. Let me turn the fire down a little bit. Let me tell you something about shrimp. It does not take shrimp a long time. It does not take shrimp a long time to cook. So it's important for you. Some people say the Chef Benet have the best shrimp. Okay, I don't know about that. What I will say is it's about time and temperature. And what I would like to do is come back behind with some seasonings. So what we have here is we have some of the seasonings that I love to use, which is onion powder, garlic powder, thyme, rosemary, and I added a little crab seasoning because of what we're making today, which is our shrimp and broccoli. So what we're going to do is we're going to look how beautiful the shrimp look, okay? We're just going to apply our shrimp. You see, I have also some garlic cloves in here. Okay. All right, so now what I'm going to do is put a little bit of our marinating sauce in here that we use. And we're gonna let that cook. It's only gonna take about 3 to 4 minutes, guys, for our fish to be done. I want you to, for our shrimp to be done. Look and see how they're turning pink already. Once they're completely submerged and we have that beautiful pink orange color come in, then we know that our shrimps are done. So let's talk about our shrimp, knowing that our shrimp will be completed. So while we're doing that, let's kind of have a conversation. We talk about on the show quite often the importance of protein. Now, what is good when we think about things like seafood for kidney people, when we think about things seafood for kidney people, we want to do more of like a salmon, which is a good form of protein. Also, the omega fatty acids in the salmon, which is really, really great for us, especially for digestion. And you know, omega fatty acids do so many great things for our body. Now, look at what's going on. We have our garlic in here, which is a superfood, and look how it's beginning to form. It's getting to give you that color. See, I'm turning it over already. And that's what the thing is, guys, and I tell my family all the time when it comes to cooking shrimp. Why are you boiling shrimp? Why are you having shrimp on the stove for 20, 30 minutes? That's the problem, sweet precious. We're not doing that here on the Kidney Cafe. On the Kidney Cafe, it's about fresh ingredients. It's about using fresh food. It's about making sure, look how beautiful. Now that looks done, but it's not. We just turned it over. But what did I tell you? An average of about 4 minutes, the shrimp is done. So listen to me. The protein is very important. It's very important that when you think about seafood for KD, kidney disease, folks, you want to make sure that you really, really pay attention to what's going on, guys. And the reason why I say that is because when we talk about things like the shrimp, and see, it's almost time for me to take it off. When we talk about folks with KD, you see, I'm turning the shrimp off already. Let me just have a conversation with you. When we talk about folks with KD, you want to make sure that you stay away from things like a lot of canned food. You know what I'm saying? You want to stay away from the canned fish, the canned food, a lot of that, because some of that we won't be able to get rid of a lot of that sodium that they have to pack the cans. It's important for us to make sure that we try to get as many fresh, and I like to do a lot of locally grown places for you to go. You know, it's important for you to connect with these farmers markets, connect with folks that are doing things. One of the things that I like to teach a lot at the Bennett Career Institute, the beauty school, is I go into networking, how important it is to network. You need to do that when it comes to sustainable food. You need to find out who grow great tomatoes, who grows great seasonings. You want to be able to do that because it's important we know what we put into our bodies, okay? All right, guys, so now we have the shrimp, and the shrimp looks really great and it smells amazing. So now what we're going to do is we're going to bring out the, we're going to do the cauliflower rice, okay? So this is cauliflower. I want you to take a look. This is cauliflower, and we normally get this from the local store. However, what you can do is you can get your own cauliflower and you can put it in the food processor. By putting the cauliflower in the food processor, it gives you an opportunity to, you know, you can make the cauliflower as large or as small as you want. What I did today is we just got the cauliflower that already came out of the store, already bagged up. However, listen, it all depends on your pocketbook. Cauliflower normally costs around $2 and maybe $2.50 for you to be able to get the cauliflower and then be able to get it to your liking. Now, what I like to do, guys, is I'm going to use, now the reason why my oil looks a little dark, because I'll use olive oil for everything. This time I wanted to switch it up, and I mixed the olive oil with sesame seed oil, okay? And we'll talk about that a little later, but I mixed that with that. It's just important that from time to time, you know, you try to be creative, because one thing I don't want in the Kidney Cafe kitchen is that we end up with everything tasting alike. We don't want that to happen. Now, also, I like to add some broccoli, okay? Now, with the broccoli, this is frozen broccoli, that's why it's looking like that. I don't want to have my broccoli overcooked. I want fresh broccoli. And you see that it looked like that we did a little sauteing to the broccoli already. So what I like to do is just put a little broccoli in here, and then eventually what I'm going to do is I'm going to come back, cut the broccoli, and then I'm also going to add it into our rice. So at this time, we're going to take a short break. We're still making our shrimp and broccoli over cauliflower rice. We'll be right back after these messages. Like I said, guys, welcome back. This is the Kidney Cafe, and voila, you see it here. It is so important for you to be creative when you're doing your dishes. You know, like I said so many times before, a lot of times we're on a budget. So what happens is we run directly to fast food places so we can get that quick meal. However, you can do a quick meal, healthier meal right in your own kitchen. You're no different than Chef Benet here in the Kidney Cafe. You can do it too. You see what happened? I locally got my fish, my shrimp locally. I usually get my fish, shrimp, all of my seafood locally here in Washington, D.C. I get that locally, and I try to do the same thing with all of the ingredients. However, I did get the cauliflower rice already prepared, but many times you can get the cauliflower, which is one of the most important superfoods on the chain for kidney patients. And I'm gonna tell you why, because cauliflower is that versatile vegetable. What happens is that a lot of times people use it as rice, what we're doing today. I also use it as pizza crust when I'm making my pizza. I use cauliflower there. And then I also use it to saute it when I'm making my vegetable dishes. So you can do so many different things with it. You can make bread out of it, you can make rice out of it, you can just make it a plain old vegetable. But it is important that we try to do different things. That's why it's important that you keep up with the shows, because we want to show you different things that you're able to do. So let's take a look at our dish, everybody. Look at our completed dish here. Isn't this amazing? I want you to pay attention to it. This is great. So what we're doing is we decided to make like a cute little assorted dish out of that. We tried to make something cute for you. However, we still have our pan here with our cauliflower and our broccoli, which is still here for you to see. Same thing with our shrimp. Remember, no more than about 4 minutes with the shrimp, and then the shrimp will be ready. Look how beautiful. Look how pink. Look, it's just amazing. So I just really need to get in this here and be able to just get a little shrimp. So let me just grab this spoon here, because I want you to understand and get into this. Look how beautiful this shrimp is, and it was no more than 4 minutes. I want y'all to stop overcooking your shrimp, because I'm about to eat this live on camera. I want y'all to stop overcooking your shrimp. It's important. Look at the texture of it. I want you to get into this bite. Okay? A beautiful, firm, crisp taste, and you see it's cooked all the way through. And it's so important that this is how you make your shrimp, baby. We don't have shrimp that's soggy. We don't have shrimp that look like it's limp. We don't have shrimp that look like it's been overcooked. Why? Because it's all about how we cook in the Kidney Cafe, okay? And that sauce, glory, have mercy. That sauce, something unbelievable. Now, what I like to do, everyone, is I like to create my own version of soy sauce. Let's see how we can just spread this on here. You know, many times you go to your places to get your food and you have the brown sauce. What I want to do is make sure that everything that you put into your body, you know how you created, you know what you made. So it's nothing like making your own sauces from scratch. It's nothing like making your own meals from scratch, because the important thing is healthy eating. So everybody, my time is up here. Remember what we did, something short, quick, and simple. You don't have to keep running to the fast food places. You can do your own, and here it is. Shrimp, broccoli with cauliflower rice. Where can you find this? At the Kidney Cafe. I look forward to seeing you. Hey guys, I know you just really enjoyed that last dish, but listen, this is what we're gonna do. One of my favorite things, listen, I just did an amazing event for the homeless veterans, and one of the things that everyone loved so much was my spinach dip. So I said, you know what? Let's make it vegan this time. And I'm gonna see if my team and everyone will ramp and rave like they did when it wasn't vegan. So I have all the vegan ingredients we're going to go over, and now we're going to make spinach dip. Let's keep our fingers crossed that things go out right. Why would you say spinach dip, Chef Benet? Let me tell you why. Because it's a great source of vitamin E and magnesium, and guess what it does? It helps to build our immune system. Most of us already know what happens when you are a kidney transplant survivor. You have to take pills to suppress your immune system. So we have to come up with ways to continue naturally to boost our immune system since we're taking pills to suppress them. So that is why a great dish that you can do, because again, I'm a snacker. Y'all hear me talk about that. I love the crunch and I love a dip and all of that. And now we're about to do what? The spinach dip. Let's get started, guys. All right, so what I did was I sauteed my spinach here. I sauteed the spinach first, and then I chopped the spinach, and I also drained the spinach. It's important that you drain that spinach. It's important that I saute mine. A lot of people don't. They don't, but I saute, and I saute my spinach, I cut my spinach, and I also make sure I drain my spinach. So look at it in the bowl, it looks great, right? All right, so now what we're gonna do is we're gonna add all of our ingredients. A lot of times people put spinach in last, but listen, what have I said many times before? There's no rules, okay? You do what makes you feel great, all right? So the first thing that I'm gonna do is I'm gonna add, well, I'll do that last. Let's start with some veganase, okay? So what I did was I have some veganase here. The veganase is our version of mayonnaise, okay? So this here is a cup of veganase that we put in there. And sometimes what I like to do, guys, is I like to kind of build, so I like to kind of stir as I go. So we have our veganase in here. It's starting to change the color of our spinach. It's starting to look typical to what you would think a spinach dip would look like. Then, guys, I come back with my vegan cream cheese. And I'm gonna be honest, I've never done this before. I'm doing it live on camera. So what's gonna happen is that's my vegan cream cheese, and now here is my vegan sour cream, okay? So what I did was I did a cup of everything, a cup each, all right? Then I come back with my seasoning that we call the vegetable seasoning. The vegetable seasoning, we still have it here so the camera can see my vegetable seasoning that we use for the spinach dip. And then what I'm gonna do is, guys, we just grate it. I'm so excited. Let me tell you why I'm excited. And I'm gonna calm down. I'm excited because I found for the first time, I found vegan Parmesan cheese. It come in a block, so we had to shred it. But I'm excited because I'm doing a complete vegan dish that I've never done before. And this is why it's important for you to take some chances in the kitchen, okay? Stop being so boring. So this is what I'm doing, everybody. I'm putting a little bit of this in here. I'm gonna put the rest on top. So now that I have that in, I'm gonna do a stir. I'm gonna come back with my whisk because I wanna make sure, because something about the cream cheese that you wanna make sure that you're able to get. So after I did like one original spin with the spoon, now I'm gonna come around with my wooden whisk. And oh, look how beautiful this looks, guys. This looks amazing. It looks amazing. So now that we've done that, this is how simple it is. And I'm gonna go over the ingredients again. Now what we do is we put it in the oven. And what I like to do is I like hot spinach dip. This is ready for you to eat right now, but I like hot spinach dip. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna put this in the oven. And we're gonna put it in the oven on 350. Our oven is already ready. We're gonna put it in the oven for 350. And then we're gonna put it in there for 20 minutes. This gives us enough time because remember how sometimes the cheese on vegan cheese melts. It takes a little long time for it to melt. So eventually they will improve that. But right now we gotta work with what we have. So what I'm gonna do now is I'm gonna pour this into my pan because it's just that simple. What did we just do in a couple of minutes, guys? I want you to look at it again. What did we do a couple of minutes? We made a complete half bowl of spinach dip, what did we do? We took the spinach and we sauteed the spinach. From the sauteed spinach, I chopped up the spinach. I drained the spinach because you don't want that extra juice. Then we put the spinach in the bowl and we begin to add a cup of veganese. We did a cup of vegan sour cream. We did a cup of vegan cream cheese. We added our veggie pack to it, which was our seasonings. Now, let me just say something about me. I like to get every single thing, just like you like to get everything when you're making your cookies and you want all that cookie dough, you want to get it all the way down. It's the same thing here, honey. We don't waste nothing in the Kidney Cafe. Come on here, somebody. We don't waste nothing in the Kidney Cafe. You better act like you didn't heard what Chef Benet said, and look how beautiful that looks already. Now, yes, I can tell you there's no rules. What does that mean? That means that you can add your artichoke. You can add whatever you want to add, whatever your recipe calls. I just like to make it plain and simple, and it is just that good, okay? So I just do like a little spread out, okay? A nice little spread. Because I'm going to come behind that with my vegan Parmesan cheese and put it in the oven. One thing that people know about Chef Benet, and that is that presentation is what? Everything. Okay? Why is presentation everything, guys? Because a lot of times we eat with what? We eat with our eyes first. Okay? So it's important that we make sure that we make everything looks pleasing. Okay? So now what we're going to do is we're going to take this grated cheese. The thing about it is I don't want it to be too cheesy because I want to focus on the amazing spinach dip. But this grated cheese smells so good. Okay? So this is what we're doing, guys. Okay, I know you're with me, right? Okay. All right, so now what I like to do is just like to put that in. Let me just come behind with a little spoon just to kind of make sure that it's evenly saturated, okay? And then what we're gonna do is we're gonna put this in the oven, okay? And we're gonna take a short break because I want you to definitely see the ending of this. Now, this is done, but yours truly like to come with just a little of my herbs on the top. We talked about herbs Providence. We talked about a little Italian. We talked about a little oregano. Mix it all together, put that in here, and now we're gonna place it where? Oh my God, guys, I'm getting excited. We're gonna place it now in the oven, okay? All right, I put it on the top tier so we don't have to wait the whole 20 minutes. All right, so now it's break time. When we come back, we're gonna show you the finished look of our vegan spinach dip. Get ready for it. Hey guys, this is the end of the show, but guess what? I want you to take a good look at the spinach dip. This is all vegan spinach dip. What did we do? Oh, you saw what we did, baby. But as a recap, what we did was we sauteed the spinach, we cut the spinach up, we drained the spinach. Then we put the spinach in the bowl along with our veganese, along with our vegan sour cream, our vegan cream cheese, a little bit of the vegan grated Parmesan. We mixed it all up together with our vegetable seasoning. Thank you. I heard you say it, our vegetable seasoning, and we whipped it all together with the Parmesan inside and on top, and we put it in the oven for 20 minutes. So let's just taste our amazing vegan dish. I'm so excited. You see how quick that was? Very little ingredients. Everybody say amen. Delicious.
Welcome to the Kidney Cafe. I'm so glad you came to stay. Sit on down, make yourself at home. Welcome to the Kidney Cafe with Chef Benet.